doctor's office. I don't want to hit anybody. But this was the first doctor appointment I had since the C word. I actually had to come up and see my doc. But it was a good thing because there were some medical screenings and stuff that needed done that are getting set up, which is good. I haven't had an MRI for my pituitary tumor in 3 years, so that is on the table. They're setting up my appointment. As well as I have my blood checked for... No, I didn't get a COVID shot. And they asked me if I wanted a flu shot. And it was a resounding hell to the no. So, no. I don't get the flu shots. Look through my chart. No flu shots for your girl. Unfortunately, I did have to wear a mask while I saw my doctor, but I won't have to see her for another 4 months. So that's a good thing. Hopefully this bullshit will be done with. And they even chuckle when I say, you know this bullshit, right? The doctors, yes. Hi, Jess. Misery loves company. And you can almost use that's like a saying, but you can almost use a similar saying. If you can't beat them, join them. Fuck all that. No, we don't join that. We don't align with that. Even though a lot of times, yes, your girl can be cranky and truth-telling. So it kind of sounds a little bit miserable. Kind of sounds like I'm being miserable, but I'm really not. I'm just telling the truth. And a lot of times it's harsh truths. A lot of people don't like to hear. I'm an hour away from home. My doctor, I have to drive a whole hour to get here. Some of you probably already know this from last times and other times that I've done these lives. It's beautiful up this way, guys. I used to live up this way when I went to, this is a town I went to when I went to college. This is where I went. So I'm going to pull in here. And the people, I'm going to tell you what. The people up here in Lock Haven, Jersey Shore area, are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And it's almost like that Southern hospitality. You know, most people are really, really nice. But, you know, you're always wondering, okay, these people are too nice. Not to mention I want to smoke a cigarette. I didn't have a cigarette since I left. I was like running really late too. Shocker for me. There's a puppy next to me. I don't look too bad for just jumping out of bed and jumping in the bath. I'm trying to think. Before I go home, since I'm out and about, there might be places that I want to run into. Oh. See if I can actually put that up there. So what are you dealing with, Jess? Anything specific? Mind I smoke a cigarette? I do not condone smoking cigarettes. It's bad for your health. It's bad for your teeth. It's bad for your life. It's... Disclaimer. Are they even in here? I thought I threw them in here. Well, at least that's in here. I thought I threw them in here. If not, guess what? I can go buy more. Hang tight. I thought I'd toss it in here. Maybe. Just getting ready for the day. Oh, I've already been, well, then again, I was up 7 o'clock this morning. Because it takes an hour to drive, like I said, it takes an hour to drive all the way up here. That's so bizarre. Oh, I found them. We made it another day. Yes, we did. I actually was just at my doctor's office. Um, finally, after not being able to see her for a while. Which is, I love my doctor. That's why I drive an hour to come see her, because I don't trust most doctors. She knows me. That woman has saved my life. Another doctor almost killed me. Not realizing, my thyroid was going crazy. They said they didn't check all of my levels. It runs in my family, Hashimoto's, so I do have that. I also have a pituitary tumor because they never got my thyroid stuff under control. They never put me on the proper medication, so my body was reacting and responding. I came back from DC to Philly to get my internal medicine dog. She knows it out. Yeah. My doctor, she knows what I do, kind of. But I kind of keep that out of the mix of, um, she knows. She knows that I read tarot. I've told her last time I was up here. She didn't say nothing about it today, and I just kind of kept it to, I kept it to, if they don't bring it up, I don't talk about it. I keep my shit short and sweet at the doctor's. But I did have to go get blood work so that I can go get my, they had to, like I said, I needed to get to check my thyroid to see if my medication needed upped. Well, my medication's paid for. See, that's the hard part, dude. Like, my medication is paid for. If they paid for they paid for extra supplements. I do take multivitamins every day, which has seemed to help some as well. It's this pituitary tumor and my eyesight that is, I haven't had it checked in 3 years. Then again, I haven't really wanted to leave my house. Yeah, I have lots of sea salt. I actually make my spiritual baths with ocean water. So all my spiritual baths, I went and collected my own ocean water and preserved it, and that's my salt bath line is made with actual ocean water, and then I have a spring line as well. That's, if you guys see the other video, my store is set up. It's just not online yet. Have anybody? No, drink the water. Oh no, I don't drink the water. I only drink filtered water. And I will drink some spring water. I drink mountain water. All my stuff comes from the mountains, so our water in town is so heavily fucking polluted, and we have to pay for that shit. And it's polluted water, and they know it's polluted. I know that they do. I know that that's what calcifies people's pineal glands, and it's not very impressive. It pisses me off, actually, to be honest with you. What else did I want to say? When I saw my doctor, because she knew about, like, she knows my whole freaking thing about everything that I've dealt with as far as being in these toxic relationships. And of course, I'm not just going to blame the other person at this point. Some of it was me too. I have hypothyroidism, Hashimoto. And I had to come up here and get my other stuff too. And they had to check my prolactin to see if that was spewing out again. Um, I'm in Lock Haven. I'm at my doctor's office, which is like an hour away from my house. Like I said, I come up here because this doctor saved my life. My other doctor tried to fucking kill me. I kid you not. He wanted... I won't even go there. My appointment went well. Besides, of course, it is a doctor's office. I understand the mask wearing thing in there. Even though they... I don't get to Philly often, dude. One of the things, as far as like I was saying before, as far as mindsets and stuff, my mindset has shifted. I don't know if your guys' perspectives have shifted on a lot of things, but when it comes to blame shifting, and just, I apologize for all the pity parties I've had for myself. That's not Aries like, and it's not Capricorn like either. And well, I don't struggle with them. I smoke every once in a while. I can have this pack of cigarettes last me a week and a half. It's just when I drive, I get nervous. So, or when I'm stressed. Which is why I pulled over to do this. I am heavily looking back into my office is ready to go as far as with my store, and I'm getting my health stuff checked. I got to get an MRI. They're setting that up for my pituitary tumor to see if it grew. I should be like, hey, I know natural herbs work. I don't have an herbalist though. I know that I want to move. That is a freaking definite. It's just, it seems like one step forward and two steps back. I get paid from one person with my rentals and stuff, and then another one stops. It's just like this vicious cycle is ending. Saturn wakes up in about T-minus 72 fucking hours, thank God, and starts to move direct again. I was getting a lot of messages about Saturn and Pluto's little conversations that they've been having since they've been chilling together, vibrating low together. And yo, they got some sneaky plans up their sleeves. I'm just letting y'all know this. They got some sneaky plans up their sleeve. And old Jupiter just like, ooh, okay. Yeah, those two, pretty much what I've been hearing, sensing. Those two have been bumping uglies for a little bit together, talking, lower vibrating, chatting. And They got some plans up their sleeves for, I don't want to say. Oh, probably already know what I'm thinking. Oh yeah. Well, they're not just cackling. They're planning, strategically planning to F some stuff up. So, depending on what side of the scale you fall on. And and y'all know me, like everything's squaring in my chart right now. Yes. Um, it is, unless it's done dark and devious and with malicious intent. There's people who've been malicious for no reason to people. God have mercy on their soul. If you've been trying to help people, you've been good. I realize I played into the whole victim mentality myself, though. So I apologize for being that. I never wanted to be that. I mean, a lot of it was empathizing with people who have gone through what I've gone through, especially in toxic relationships. But hell, we've had toxic relationships. We had toxic family members. We had toxic interreactions. We've had toxic friendships. And it got lonely. It got very lonely. To the point where the only thing, and I realized after, with the higher perspective of what it was, I needed to work on myself and not blame other people for my inaction or my shortcomings. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but when people maliciously and intentfully seek to destroy other people for trying to do the right thing. And then Mars is in retrograde squaring the Capricorn Brigade, and then the Sun is now in Libra. I know. I feel the same way about all of my YouTube as well. Like I said, when I'm going through stuff, I don't like to put. I know I usually can feel what the collective is going through, but I don't want to add to it. I mean, it is nice to have clarification, and it is nice to have validation for what you've gone through. Yes. My thing is now action. How are we going to move forward? Oh, hi everybody that's on here. I see there's 6 people in here. Hello. And one of the things, it's the whole, like I was saying before, and I've mentioned it in a few videos, as far as the crab in the barrel. Yo, I've been fighting to get out of that freaking barrel for a long time and pull myself up out of the mire and the muck. And it seems, I swear to you all, it seems like every single time when I get myself up and out of the barrel, there's some of these creatures try and come back just to let you know they're there. And when you don't react or even respond, you can respond. Don't react. Even responding, they get, like, I just want to cut off all supply. Like, so why responding and reacting? There should be none. It should be no contact. I had another person Hoover again. Like I said, it's not like deemed for sure. I cut somebody off during a love bombing phase. Well, thank you. I like chatting with you guys. Like, I understand. Like, as soon as I notice love bombing, I am out. As soon as I notice yep. As soon as I notice energy leaving my body, even though I'm supposed to be a river, I'm supposed to be constantly flowing, I'm out of there. I don't stick around to find out the details. I've learned my lesson when it comes to toxic, codependent people. I don't have an issue. I don't mind people can be all the codependent they want, just don't do it with me. Barking up the wrong tree with codependency. Way barking up the wrong tree. I don't have the time for it. I get it. Some people do need help. I've been the helper my whole life. And now, and then you feel bad for being selfish. For not giving your time and energy to people who are almost desperate right now and are looking for something. And that's where you really have to use your discernment. I know it's all programming. So I've been deprogramming the program with myself. And one of the things I had to do, I had to find and seek for myself. I had to find God myself. Guess what? I'm nobody's. I snatched my generator back. When I did my I Declare War on Narcs video, I actually uploaded a video. If anybody needs to get rid of a narc, just send them that video and say, this is from me. Whatever she said, use it. Because I'll tell you what, it's a major narc injury. Yeah, I declared war on these sons of bitches. Tell you what, though, I'd rather deal with a malignant narc any day, one that I know what I'm dealing with, so that I know I can get away, than a covert son of a bitch that acts one way in front of your face and then is talking shit behind your back. And I realized most of the narcs I dealt with were and are codependent. Yeah, I cut them off, go no contact, block. And then what they do, they make another profile. Just to be like, hey, I'm still around. Yeah, I'm only 6 blocks. Go away. And then I sang the song, girl, don't go away, man. Narc, just go away. Even if you're codependent, which is a covert narc in disguise, super empathing people. Laid a smackdown. Triple H that stuff. I got a thumbs down on my video I did the other night when I looked straight into the mirror and said, go find somebody else, I'm not interested. My aura and your aura don't bump right. I didn't even have to be intimate or nothing. I could say that as a Mars and Aquarius, Capricorn moon. I already see the intentions and the beginning from the end with that cat moon. And then I have Lilith and Pisces. People can't get shit around me. I will eventually find out. What I did, as you guys all saw, for like the last 2 months, I heard Spirit tell me to step back from the tarot. I don't want you touching it. Okay. Not a problem. Step back from it. Okay. Just watch. You'll see the fakes. You'll be able to pick out the fakes and phonies, and I see a lot of them. Not only that, like I've been more on my healing, even doing more healing with myself. And I know when I'm putting out a lot of energy doing readings and stuff like that, I'm giving to the collective. And that's pretty draining too in itself. Especially when it comes to talking about karmics, and I don't even want to hear about divine masculines. I could care less. Want to know what I care about? Me. My health, my family, my resources. It's all about me right now. This is like radical self-love and self-care. Because ain't nobody going to care about me like I can care about me. That's proven. Ain't nobody going to be able to care about you like you. Brooke, how come I can't see your stuff? Oh, there you are. I blocked him. He's a covert. He keeps ringing. Oh, God, dear Lord. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know for a fact, but I got some strange phone calls, but I'm not thinking it's anything. I could care less. People need to take the hint. It's like some people just cannot take rejection. And here's the higher perspective that I even got on that. Sorry, Divine Feminines. We are Divine Feminine, yes. But we were karmic in other people's lives as well, to teach them a lesson. And the higher perspective that I even got with that was not to be bitter and angry at these people. Yeah, well, ask my bill collectors how they fare out too. I'll answer their phone calls. It is what it is. But I'm ready to get back. Like I said, I'm getting back to myself. And as soon as you start getting back to yourself, these creeps start creeping. They don't want to see you they don't learn. That's the problem, Brooke. They don't. They care about supply. If it's a narc, they care about attention. They care about supply, whether it's negative or positive. Even if they can get a negative response to where you're freaking out, they still somehow have an energetic vampiric hold, which needs purged out. I know people who have had to move across the country just to get over these people. Me, I'm stuck in a town around them. I've ditched all my friends. I've ditched exes that lived around, all of them. Family members, jobs that I've had. They're everywhere. Nope. Sending them anything still keeps you attached. That's what I did. That's what I did on my other live stream. I'm like, just move on, dude. You're not for me. I'm not for you. Yeah, I know you tried to pull that. Oh, I think you're my soulmate. No, you're not. Not saying I'm better, because nobody's better than the other. Everybody's at their own pace. But they're not at where they're not going where I'm going spiritually. Well, don't tell him anymore. Show him. Actions speak louder than words. Change your phone number. Change your doggone phone number, Brooke. I had to. Yeah, I did. My whole crew on here knows. I don't put up with this shit. Yeah, they will ask you if you changed your phone number, though. If you go to get a PFA. And even PFAs are a joke a lot of times. Yes, do that. Go change your cell phone number. Just let the people, I'm telling you what, I rid myself of so many negative toxic energies just by changing my cell phone number. Mm-hmm. And that is like the best thing you can do. Make sure you change your passwords on any kind of social media you have. These people will creep. They have no problem creeping on your ass. Like I said, misery loves company. If they see you happy, they want to bring you back down to their level. The crabs in the barrel thing. Well, I crawled out, and where's Dad? And you carry it in here. Where are you? I'll just pull out my secondary. That's secondary. Where's the other one? In here. Where's my switchblade? I have a switchblade in here too. Yeah. Your girl don't play. This Aries don't play with these people. If it's that bad, I'll beat him with an umbrella. I mean, if you're not for some, well, I usually have it right in here. A lot of good it's doing down here when I can't even find it. Whatever, I got a pencil too, I could stab him. Well. I had a neck injury a long time ago. Oh, look at that hand sanitizer. I had a neck injury quite a few years back, and oh, another thing I got, a wrench. A metal wrench. But I have a knife in here too somewhere, so it is what it is. Yeah. Well, you might want to get surveillance. Also, just throwing it out there. Nothing. Banana. Nothing too expensive, I don't think. But you might want to get surveillance too. I've had people threaten my vehicles. Family. I've had people mess with my vehicles and slice my tires. I mean, I'm telling you, I've had some real bullshit happen to me. And all those people, JW Divine. See, my thing is I don't really go very many places, so it's like these people know where I'm at. And it's sort of like they have me like cornered. And it's coming out of that isolation. Not to mention, like I said, I ditched all of my friends. Because I realized they're all programmed and they don't understand me anyway. And yeah, when I was dealing with the worst of the worst, where the fuck were they? When I was dealing with my own shit, yet they would come to me and be like, poor pity them. They're going through this or they're going through that, and then I don't hear from them for like 5 or 6 months. It's fire on fire. I ask questions regarding medical. Yeah? No. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. And they suck. But what are you gonna do? They're in this world. We have to deal with them. We just have to be a little bit more slick. Yeah, fair weather friends. One was supposed to be my best friend for years. And after doing inventory and being like, all right, I pretty much have ditched almost everybody because I don't drink. I don't go out to the bars. It's not my scene. I don't want to drink. I don't want to be in low vibing environments. Yeah, sure, I'd like to go and have dinner with friends if they were actually real friends and not in competition. Women are petty. No offense to my females on here, but I'm sure you all can say females are freaking petty. Well, I've saw that some of them paid dearly, but it's still, even though they've paid dearly, it didn't make me feel any better. It oh yeah, I know they do. It didn't make me feel any better. Even though they got what they had coming. That's a choice I have to make. And that's a choice every single one of us has to make. Are we going to allow what has happened to dictate your future? We're futuristic thinking now. We're not thinking about past. We got to get rid of the past stuff. So even, I think that was a big thing too with switching up my readings and stuff like that. And stepping back, because I think the Spirit really wanted to teach me some things about myself, wanted to teach me some things about the way my channel's going, wanted to teach me some things about how I needed to just focus on being more productive for me. Yeah, you turn away, forget them. Absolutely, move on with your life. If you're just, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If you're dealing with these people, it takes a long time to get them out of your mind because of the ruminating. Basically, it's a demonic attachment. Okay, I'm gonna put it out there in the most spiritual way. They're demons we were dealing with. Call it what you want. We were dealing not with only just our own karmic ancestral stuff and we were dealing when we would take on their stuff too. So how can we move on with our life when we're trying to prop somebody else up? That's our savior mentality that we had to get rid of. And this is the stuff that God's been trying to show me for a while. And one of the biggest things, Jesus didn't heal everybody. Sprinkle, and neither will you. Yeah, Saturn calls me Sprinkle. not my job to make sure everybody else is comfortable and happy. It's my job to make sure I'm comfortable and happy. And it's fine. We all go through this. It's almost like the stages of grieving. You go through those stages because you're grieving the loss of somebody. That's not abnormal. And it takes a long time. Especially when you're dealing with one after another, after another, after another. For some reason, the universe thought I could handle it. Well, I handled it, but probably not the best way I should have. Thank God that this is almost over. I don't know. Just when you say, oh my God, like last year we were like, how can things get worse from 2019? Don't ever ask that question ever again, collective. Don't ever ask and say, how can things get worse? Okay? Don't ever be like, oh yeah, things can't get any worse than what they are right. It can always get worse. Yeah, like with me, I'm thinking, oh my God, thank God I got rid of that narc. Incoming! New narc. You know why? Because I didn't heal my own inner trauma. That's why. Because I didn't deal with myself. And I jumped from relationship to relationship so that I didn't have to feel alone or abandoned or alone. Now I'm quite happy. I'd rather be alone. I'm in that peaceful place where it's like I can walk around my house naked. I don't have to worry about anything as far as making anybody else happy. My cats, my fish, my kids. And even my kids are doing a good job making themselves happy. They're just fine. Time for, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to eventually quit tarot. I very well could. Depending on which direction I go. So, I've told God, when you take this, I'm fine with it. It's not anything like denouncing it or anything like that. I just very well am possibly moving into a different direction. We'll see. We'll see how the readings come out when I try and do them. And if I can't do them, I know that I'm done. So, and I notice transitions like this in my life where when God says, step back from something for a while. Just step back. I'm like, okay. And then I observe and I realize all the corruption, even within the tarot community, and the lies, and the keeping people stuck. And I don't want no part of that either. I do not want my words weighing heavy and keeping anybody stuck on anybody. I also want my readings to be more positive too, and I want to bring in love. Like, I want to bring love into our lives, but I don't want it to be that false love. Thank you. And I know, I have to stay true to what Spirit's leading me to. Like I said, I have like 8 different decks I'm selling. So I'm going to be getting rid of them directly. I have like 75 decks. I'm like, what am I going to do with all of these? God tells me to get rid of them. I guess put them online and sell them. See, part of me is like, I kid you not. I'm this much of an asshole that I know that there was people who didn't want me doing this. Okay? I know that there was people who spoke against me doing that. So I would want to fly in their face and do it more. I only listen to one. I don't listen to anybody else. I listen to one. The Most High. That is it. Uh-huh. Aries, Cap, Moon, Libra rising. Like I said, well, I've been attacked on this channel for a very long time. It's why I still only have 3,000. People don't understand this. Like, people, when they get on YouTube, I'm going to throw this out there. People are like, they think that they're doing so well because they get all these subscribers. It's because your channel hasn't been censored. Wait till they find you. And then tell me how you're feeling when you're censored. I know. So, like, it's one of those things where it's like, it pisses me off. I see readers that aren't even half the caliber I am, that have 100,000 subs in way less time. And I see how much I've been censored. Well, there's some really good tarot readers out there that are rocking with the most. I had to actually go through my whole list of who I can even allow to ingest in my spirit, because there's some that were, hi shamanic healer, how are you doing? There were some that weren't rocking with the Most High. They were rocking with other deities and entities and stuff like that, and I'm not doing that. I rock with only one. Yeah. I know they're scammers. And their message is always the same. My God, you have 300,000 subs and they all want to hear some... Yo, this is... Okay. As a tarot reader, I'm telling you. From me to you. Hi, Liz. How are you? As a tarot reader, I'm telling you. If you're attached to somebody and you can't let go, a lot of times it's a trauma bond. You are blessed and highly favored. So am I. We all are. Let's just put the blessings right across YouTube. Yeah. Even... You have to be careful who you put in your spirit. I had to get rid of so many people. I had to ditch a lot of readers. There's some that I still absolutely, their spirit and mind connect. I really feel like they're a part of my soul tribe. But even them, it's like this competitive thing. Like, nobody wants... It's gross. We should all want each other to win. I've always promoted other channels on my YouTube. That's the difference between me and them. Yeah. I won't ever touch a Ouija board, ever. And anybody who does, don't do it. Well, I don't see other tarot readers really pulling other people down besides a few. Mainly one, which is awful. And I know the motive behind why she does what she does. I knew the motive back in March when she was doing it. And it was to steal subscribers, and it was to basically, she's got that chick. When this Saturn turns direct, And with the sun being in Libra, and Pluto turns direct, Jupiter's already direct, the whole brigade's going direct, and Mars is in retrograde, that chick, I guarantee you, her dreads are going to start falling out. There's going to be some shit that hits the fan with a lot of these scammers. A lot of these new readers, be careful. Be careful, because you want to know, a lot of these new readers, they just freaking, they don't have an anointing to do it. They don't have any ancestry to do it. They're doing it to make money. I also saw a lot of readers from China. Not that I have a problem with that, but I see a lot of Asian readers now coming on the scene. No shocker, and their subs are like going crazy, and they suck. And you want to know why? Because YouTube is bought by China. That's why. They'll put their people straight to the top. So as long as you're clicking on their shit. By the way, I did do a membership for my channel. So I'm going to keep my channel. I did start a membership. I didn't hit the join thing yet. It was approved. So I'm going to try and do the readings like I did before. We'll see how it works. I'm going to try. But they're going to be short. And my members will get the extended and bonuses. If I do mid-month bonuses. I still feel called to do the Lightworker Starseed readings. And there's only 3 tiers, so anybody who's in my first tier who supports me will be in my description box and will get a shout out every time they come on my channel. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you will join. Plus, I'm going to be doing all kinds of other special things. If you are in the 2nd tier, the Sapphire tier, or the Diamond tier, Sapphire tier, they'll get $10% off of 2 of my services twice a year. If they're in the other tier, the Diamond tier, they'll get 25% off 2 of my services every month. Oh, yes. So you know which one I'm talking about. There ain't shit going on in her planets right now. Except for Neptune retrograde. Illusions. I know, thank you, Shamanic Healer. Oh, you did? She messed with the wrong one. Now me, I saw this stuff coming from a mile away. Well, the dragons have been released. That chick messed with the wrong one. I tried to tell people, don't do... Yo, the Queen of Smoke readings, you're going to try and do that? And you thought, because she hasn't done one in a long time, because she's very well-tempered and very much in her divine feminine energy, that you're going to pull one over on that reader? Oh, hell no. She never said nothing to me. See, my subs, I don't have more than like 10,000 subs to get her on the radar. Even though I should be way above all that. It's just because I'm a truth teller, they suppress me here on YouTube. And like I said, I don't have one specific agenda. I've been pretty much just vlogging the last month and a half. I've done a few light work or starseed readings in the middle of it. And I do have the Virgo reading sitting at home, which I may come on and do later tonight. Yeah, it was for the Virgo new moon, but it'll be more of a confirmation. Yeah, I don't do this for clout either. I've done it to help people. I wasn't to technically make a business out of it. However, I really feel like the stuff that I saw, the unjust and unfair way that my channel has been treated because of my beliefs, just because I'm different. Just because I'm different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. 5555 right on my thing. I am different. But I notice that there's a lot of other people who are figuring this out as well. I kind of knew it for a little while. I knew that God put me in the tarot community to teach me some stuff. Thank God. I'm glad that he did. I'm glad that I got to meet my soul tribe this way. I got to meet some awesome, amazing people. And one of the things that I want to start doing is some coaching sessions with people who have gone through the abuse that I've gone through. That was the whole reason the universe had me pulling tarot cards, was to find those who've been abused by narcs. Ain't no other readers that were doing that. Everybody else was, oh yeah, this person still loves you. Oh yeah, this person's going to come back around. This person still cares. And they don't give a flying rip. Well, I'll go home. It'll be up by this weekend for the members stuff. So you guys will be able to join then. I also have some super cool emojis. They're my own emojis, like nobody else has. Also, if you are in the Diamond Club, monthly I will be doing, only for the people in that group, I will be doing collective energy clearings with, where we'll be going in. Okay. Well, email me, beautifulmind4275@gmail.com, and we can exchange some information. Because this is what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to work with women and children who were abused. Who would have known I would have got on YouTube? Well, I'm going to be doing them monthly for my Diamond Club people. Plus, they get 25% off. If they want private services, I can do that with them. Whether it be reading, whether it be career stuff. That's really where I'm going to be focusing a lot of my stuff on. I'm trying to lose the labels, though. If I say a toxic relationship, no, I'm talking about narcs. That's code word for more than likely there's a narc in the midst. And most of us do have them in the midst, especially if you carry a light, especially if you have a gift, and most of us do. And that has been the thing that I wanted to do, was cultivate people's gifts. I didn't ever want to clear somebody and then leave them to their own devices and without staying in contact. Can be any kind of toxicity. I didn't want to leave them in a worse place, because even biblically it talks about, you know, when you clear a space, and that it can include your energetic body, and you feel so much better. Like, you don't keep your guard up, you don't keep your oil lamp lit to still see possible danger, and you can let other danger back in, and it could be worse than what you've already dealt with. One of the things I've noticed when I've done clearings with people, they have people hoover back, because you want to know why? I get you disconnected from that nasty toxic energy. So what they'll try and do is hoover back around and try to rehook. That's where you need to have your own inner strength and power to say no. Block. I'm out. We're not playing this game. Like I said, misery loves company. Don't be their company. Let them be miserable with somebody else. Dude, even if I notice love bombing, I'm out. Yes, like your ex now. Even if I notice somebody coming in and they're super nice and super kind and I'm like, what's their motive? You will attract, because your light begins to shine even brighter. I activate your aura, and I even get your aura cleared out. Like, it's the coolest thing of how I do things. It's different. And then the universe also gave me other, if you want, yes, that's what they do. And then they'll real idealize this. Okay, that's the beginning to hook you. And then the cycle goes idealize, devalue, discard. And that can go from idealizing to devaluing to discarding all in a matter of a couple minutes. I've solved that. I've solved people do that. I'm so glad to have you back. And then all of a sudden the demon rears its ugly head and you see it's back to the same old shit. And it's like, why in the hell? What in the hell was this? What was that? So when you get to the point to where you've had enough, and that's usually what I tell people, if you're not ready to, it is a process. It is, and it's taken me a long time to even get to where I'm at, guys. Y'all know this. And sometimes, if I need to relearn a lesson, I have to step back and you have to slip back into those feelings. Make sure we have Chiron in Aries right now, which represents your identity. It represents the I am. It represents the core of a person. Right now and over the next few years, there's going to be a lot of collective healing taking place, especially in the house where you have Chiron. I have Chiron in the 7th. It's still in Aries, but I have it in the 7th. I have split houses. My chart's ridiculous. So, but yeah, I'm doing okay. Like I said, I got up here to the doctor finally and got some things done. I'm getting my MRI scheduled to check on my tumor. And we'll see what else happens. Oh, so that, yeah, I have, my whole chart kind of like runs, it's weird how it all runs together. But I'm having my Chiron return right now. I have it in Aries. So, in the 7th. But I have a lot of 6th house activations happening as well. Right now, a lot of 6th, 3rd, 10th, 7th. Like, they're... It's okay, Jess. Keep multitasking. It's all good. So, it's just, like I said, try and stay off of mainstream social media. I'm telling you what, I saw some very politically incorrect things. And I was like, somebody's saying something that the rest of us are finally freaking thinking. Singing about it too. And I like this guy. Yes, they do. That's why go get a medical screening. If you've gained a lot of weight or you can't lose weight or a lot of times, look, I'm going to show you my paper. I don't usually put my medical stuff on here. All of that, most of it, was due. Only came into play after I was dealing with narc relationships. I have hush, and some of it does run in my family. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it was actually triggered during these relationships. Well, I have hypothyroidism due to Hashimoto's thyroiditis, panic attacks, adult ADHD residual type, a pituitary tumor from I have a pituitary tumor due to them not getting my thyroid under control quick enough, because when all of my everything was going haywire in my body. Yeah. I was spitting out levels of 170 of prolactin, which is like the normal level of prolactin. And you want to know what does that? Is that push, pull, running, chasing, stonewalling, ignoring, not knowing where you stand, cognitive dissonance. One minute they love you, the next idealize, devalue, discard. Well, I can tell just as soon as like energy leaves my. These people are they're vampiric. Many of them. I didn't realize. No offense to the one dude, but yeah. Anytime I even just hang out with him as a friend, I couldn't be around him. I could not be around him. It wasn't healthy. For me. For him, it was. He was love bombing like a sucker. You know, kudos to him for trying. And he never did anything wrong to me. So I'm just going to throw that out there. He wasn't a jerk. He never done anything bad. He wasn't ever mean. It's just, I just trusted my intuition and trusted the way my body felt around him. Yeah. He did. But they all did. This wasn't anything new. This was every single one of them. I don't know how I got through college going through the narc abuse that I did. I seriously don't know how I got through it. My whole time through college, I was dealing with these people. Trying to focus and function and still get A's. So, I know God did it. So I know I have a higher purpose and a higher calling. And anybody who's gone through this does. I know God is my best friend. God shows me things. God loves me very much. God loves you all too, very, very, very much. And like I said, maybe once I get home, I do want to go out and do a little bit of painting and stuff today, because I got a few chairs from when I was in Vermont that I want to clean off and I want to paint. They're older chairs, but they'll actually go with the table that doesn't have chairs that's down at my apartment building. So I got 2 free chairs in Vermont, which is super cool. And so I want to do that, and I want to get to working on the rest of this tax stuff and get all them squared away and sent in. Even if I get my 2019s sent in first, because that's going to be easy. I didn't work at all last year, and I barely made anything, and it's basically, I have all the receipts right there. So at least if I get that one done and work on the other 2, which the other ones are kind of there too. I just got to go through the paperwork. So be praying for me. I'm actually heading home now. I was up early. I was up by 7:30, which is unprecedented for me. I had to. I had to come up for this doctor appointment so I could get a screening and I could get my have my thyroid checked. Hmm. Well, yeah. I'm actually selling that table and chair set. It's in my apartment building. Um, I don't. My house is already cluttered enough with enough stuff, so I don't really want it in my house. Unless I decide to change the table out in my dining room, which I don't foresee doing. Yes. Um, Generational curses are huge too. That's usually one of the things that you will find as you're going through this journey is first of all, you're like figuring out, oh shit, it was these relationships, and then you realize, oh my god, it stemmed back even through these relationships, and it's family. And then when you realize that it's in your family, and then you're like looking at your family line, and you're like, where did this start in my family line? And you look at all the codependency in your family line, whether it be your dad or your mom's side. My thyroid was yes, that's a tall tale sign of narc abuse, by the way. Yep. Thyroid disease. Hypothyroidism, especially if it comes on just like that. Um, Thank you very much, JW Divine, for the paint fund. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 222. I appreciate that. I love you. Thank you. Um, I still want to hang my hammock. I didn't get that done yet, but I'm going to. Um, so there's things that I have to do that I've been working on. And I'm just hoping that, like I said, I get downloads when I do all of that stuff. When I'm being creative, that has been okay. If there's one thing that I can tell you guys, beyond just getting out and telling your story and helping other people, most of the time, yeah, my maternal side had it too. A lot of codependence on that side. When I finally said enough is enough, I'm getting the fuck out of this bed, of course I would be exhausted, but I would push myself to do things. I'd push myself to paint. I'd push myself to do lawn work. I'd push myself to make things. And when I got creative, I got more downloads and I got more ideas. And yeah, I got these oils. I'm telling you what, those anointing oils I have, I put them against anybody else's oils or any other stuff that they have. I saw a huge difference in me since I've had them. I saw people being protected. I saw people's jobs being protected. I saw people being able to sell houses in the middle of a recession and get full price. I saw all kinds of things, good things happen for people when they use my oil. So they will also be on my yeah, and you don't need that. Like gossiping, honestly, that's very low vibrational. That's something that you kind of want to try and back off of. Yeah. And all of, like, that can go cross board, like, as far as a lot of my stuff. It's not going to look new agey. Actually, ministers can buy them, and anybody who is in church that wants to pray for people, for the sick, and it crosses barriers. The spiritual baths, transformative. It's just been a... Okay. I'm the type of girl who does not like to do paperwork. I wish I had that in me, but I'm going to start liking to do paperwork. We don't care about gossiping people. Mm-mm. Let them talk. Let them watch you glow up. Want to see them get really pissed? Don't care. Indifference. And it's not really even that we want to piss them off. That's just a byproduct of, hang on, guys. There you go. That's just a byproduct. Wow. For some reason, my car charger wasn't charging in here. That was just a byproduct. One of the other things, perception shifts that I got, is the only person that can change my life is me. Yeah, these outer planets and stuff can kind of give you a boost, can kind of, yeah, and you don't need that either. I got rid of anybody that has drama. And the peace that I have as a result is so much more. I ain't giving up this piece for anybody. Oh, just because I want to have a friend to go do something with. Fuck all that. Like, keep your drama to yourself. Shamanic healer. That's crazy. Exactly. Go to the person. You have a problem with the person, go straight to the person. If I have a problem, I come on YouTube and I call them right out on here. Because most of the time, them motherfuckers are blocked anyway. I have been really doing good, okay? I've been doing pretty good on the cursing part, too. That was one thing that I was like, all right, Spirit. Like, I want to get my mouth. Even though, like, yeah, it's a part of who I am. I really want to get my mouth under control. I don't want to cuss like I've been. I'm going to sound a little bit more professional because I am a professional person. And help me with curbing my mouth, please. And I have been. My lives have been a lot better. There has not been near as much cursing. I haven't been near as angry as what I was in the past. Well, it gives me anxiety. Yeah, it's the same thing. Drama gives me anxiety. Thank you, JW Divine. I send it back. Thank you. Thank you for the exchange. I appreciate all of you guys for supporting me. I appreciate you all for getting on my channel and talking and hanging out and for supporting me. Even, I know a lot of you say that I've helped you. You guys have helped me too. This is the energy exchange and stuff. That positive energy exchange that we all need. We don't need fake freaking people in our life. The fakes and phonies are getting exposed. So you know who the real deals are. And, you know, focus on you. Focus on being creative. Focus on the things that you love. And screw the rest. Focus on the things you love. And screw the rest. Much love to you too. Like I said, I'm also going to be applying for jobs as well in the upcoming weeks. So that is on the radar. Getting back into the workforce. So, good God, I'm like, God, you better protect me. You better keep these if there's a narc boss there, they better be gone before I get there. Because I don't want to have to go supernova on a motherfucker in an office again. I just don't. I just want to be happy when I go to work. I just want to have a smile on my face and be happy that I'm helping people. Why does people have to be like miserable? Because you are happy. And then try to steal your position or try to have you fired because you actually are doing good things. It was envy. And God bless her soul, is all I have to say. I wish no harm on her either. People don't change. God showed me what I needed to see there, and it's time to move on. That's what I'm looking at. I'd like to be a spiritual advisor, coaching. Yes, they do. They do. I'd like to be a spiritual coach to, obviously, my people on YouTube. I'd like to get into doing intake for something or another. Being able to assess abuse victims. Or, I mean, I might have to keep that. It's hard for me because it's like I have to compartmentalize things from my YouTube to my spiritual life. Ends up flying into everything that I do, though, and that's what got me in trouble the last time, was my discernment. My discernment got me in a lot of trouble. Oh, well, they are jealous. Like, that's usually what it is. If they can't beat you, they want to beat you within an inch of your life. So, or they'll just have you fired after they use you. That's how they roll. Either way, I don't piss with people like that. Actually, I'm going to be standing up for myself from now on. And that's like another hard thing for me. It's like, oh God, if I have to work for somebody. I like doing things my own way. I need to have some flexibility there. Yeah, I understand the structure. I can deal with the structure. I need structure. However, I have to have a little bit of freedom to be able to be myself too, and be able to find my own niche and my own way of doing things too. I can combine them both. I've done it. Yes. They mostly are jealous. Like I said, if they can't beat you, they will. If they can't beat you, they want to beat you. So, and they'll do it at all cost. Oh, well, that's nice. Well, Habisha, look, we can't save everybody. We can't help everybody. And everybody's got their own opinions. Let them have them. Their opinion of you is their opinion. Doesn't mean it's correct. We gotta give, like, that's one of the things I had to give up even about myself. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about me. And it's been pretty liberating and pretty freeing. The backbone. Because I was walked on for a very long time. Not anymore. And I can smile and be happy and be single and be happy like that. Sure, would I like a person someday? Absolutely. Someone who's at my level. I just don't know where that person will be or how we'll find each other. But I know if it's in the divine order of things, it'll happen. And they will see the beauty in me, like I will see the beauty in their spirit. I want them to be able to check me at a soul level, at a spiritual level. Like I said, most people have been beauties on the outside. They don't look at someone's heart and soul. And that's where people go wrong. We look at the outer shell and we're like, ooh. And then we figure it out. Yeah, they're narc. So, of course, I got to be attracted to somebody. But, that is secondary. It's a list. Well, I try not to judge. Habisha, that's one thing that I just let her be who she is, man. Let the universe get that. And you just keep on going on with your hi Jen, how are you? You just keep on going on with your beautiful self. Yeah. Well, that was another thing. Even with these like types of people that we have dealt with. If you're happy, they want to pull you down to a very low vibration. Many times we get in helper mode, or we want to help so bad that we end up doing it to our detriment. So it's really hard not to judge. I get that, especially when they're narcissistic and they're cruel and mean. Yeah, it does. I've lost so many friends. I've lost so many acquaintances. These people were never my friends. Trust me, I've had a lot of friends. I can show you photo albums. My whole town knows me. The place I live, I'm very popular. People know who I am. However, people have not saw this girl out, so they think that I'm going through some kind of like crisis. Which kind of I was. Kind of I was. Not gonna lie, this ascension thing is not for the faint at heart. And because nobody has ever saw me so down, because I always was able to pick myself back up. Even after relationship, it was like, when I was done. And I just move on. This time, the universe said, bitch, you're healing this time. You ain't getting away with it. You're not getting away with going on and continuing to live this karmic cycle. Now you're going to do it by choice. So either pull yourself up by your bootstraps and do what you have to do for you and only you, or you're going to continue to go through this loop of hitting walls, getting so far, not breaking through the glass ceiling. So I suggest you do the healing. And that's what I've been doing. And if anybody thinks that they've arrived, newsflash, pride goeth before a fall. So, the freaking nun's reading last night, or the other night, I said her name, I probably shouldn't have. But She did a reading the other night, and the Queen of Pentacles came out. And she called it just came out, flew out her mouth, the Queen of Humble. I'm like, yeah. And I'm a cat moon, so like I get that whole yeah. Actually, it's beautiful up this way this time of year. The trees are all different colors. You want to know what, Jen? It might not be a bad idea. Um, they can help get you set up on some stuff. At least for the time being. And then you can tell them to buzz off and you're done. But they can at least get you set up with some programs and stuff that will help you. Either way, I'm going to get off of here. I've been on here for an hour and 31 minutes. And I want to get home. It's an hour drive from here, and I didn't want to drive and do this. I've done 72 hours, sweetheart. Not during a COVID pandemic, but I have done it. That was obviously when I was coming off other medicines, and I needed to get away from the narc abuse and the narc that I was dealing with, so I went in patient and didn't tell him where I was at. That's part of the reason. So I didn't mind the 72 hours. Of course. Oh yes, they do. They get. Do you want to know what though? They get a lot of satisfaction watching the fall. But what hurts them is watching you rise back up like the phoenix that you are. And that's actually some of the emojis that I have for my my membership. I think two of them are, one's the phoenix rising from the ashes emoji. Yes. And you'll continue to rise. And that's what I'm doing. And we glow and we exude happiness and joy, and people, it pisses these narcs off. Actually, I don't even want to put it like that. It pisses dark forces off, okay? So they send negative energy, people with negative energy your way to steal your energy. Jen, are you in a really bad spot right now emotionally? Because they never forced meds on me. It does infuriate them. And it, like I said, I had to look behind even the person shell, the person who's hosting. And one of the other paradigm shifts that I got was I wasn't dealing with different entities, with people. I was dealing with the same one, jumping from person to person, tormenting my ass. It was like a mission to take me down. And it jumped from person to person. You want to know what that tells me? It's a demon. They're on assignment to take down light workers. These people that freak out just for no freaking reason, just because you're standing there, there's a reason for that. Your light's stirring up their demons. So, one of the interesting things, well, most of us have been marked from the time we were born. We were sent here at this time to be here at this time for a purpose and a mission. Well, you need to get your emotions under control, Jen. Once you get your emotions under control, that'll take care of some of the health stuff. I guarantee it. Changing your perspective on things. Try not to focus on the negative. Trying to focus on how, I don't know how to fix it though. Look, you did a lot of research in your days. And this is just something that intuitively that I've noticed. If I can give you a little bit of, not just encouragement, but direction. You've done a hell of a lot of research. You have saw a lot of things that are scary as shit. And the thing is we can take those things on ourselves when they're not even ours to take on. Well, the thing is what are you going to do? If there's nothing you can do about a situation that you can fix, that you can't control, because Capricorns love to control. Let's just put it out there. They like to control their environment. They like to have that stability and control of their environment, of themselves. And this is a test. And a humbling. The Queen of Humble. And I'm a Cap Moon, so I had to be humbled at a soul level, man. I'd see how rotten I was, too. And stop pointing fingers at other people. I'm not saying you're doing that. I would do that. Now, you saw a lot of scary shit. You've done a lot of research. And it obviously is, I saw it happen with so many people who have done this same type of research, okay? So I've seen a pattern here where people start losing their shit when they actually realize what's really going on. And the anxiety, the paranoia, all of that, all the way up into the almost suicide stuff. So I really think that you need to step back from doing so much research. Try and clear your head and start just thinking positively and meditating. Don't be worrying about the fear tactics of the 5G. Don't be worrying about the fear tactics of the chemtrails and shit. Yep. You have to realize your light body is more than that. And we're going to die when we're going to die. I had to stop worrying about anything else except for myself for right now. And getting myself back on track. Every day has its own. Yes. Well, you got to do it for yourself. I had to learn it for myself too. We have to do this for ourselves. And it starts with us. It starts with you. You have to make the decision that you're no longer going to live like that. You're no longer going to live in fear. You're no longer going to live in fear of what the government's doing. You're no longer going to live in fear of the like, when you know God's in control, all that fear dissipates. Saturn's about to turn direct, and so is Pluto. And my hope and goal for everybody on here, I know, I haven't, I know. So, you need to make a list of the most important things of how to get your life back under control. And it starts with right here. If one of those thoughts comes to your head, you're going to have to be like, can I control this? Nope. All right, God, I give it to you. You control it. Next. Oh, okay. Well, this is going on. How can I? Well, that's all I can tell you, Jen. I'd suggest that you go into the hospital. That'll give you a little bit of time to think. It'll get you away from cell phones because you're not allowed to have them in there. And if you go in there, don't go in there frazzled. Just go in there and let them know what you're going through. Well, I know that you're not afraid of the dark or other things. I kind of know the research you've done is scary. So, and I saw other people who've done similar stuff and they've completely lost it. I want to see you get better. So there's no shame in going inpatient for 72 hours just to get yourself in order. If you want to change what you're doing, if you want to change your life for the better, trust God. That's not impossible. Nothing is impossible with God. Yeah, well, I'm not worried about narcs anymore. Or toxic relationships. That's part of the reason why I stepped back from doing readings, because the suckers always would come through. And I'm like, until I rid these suckers and parasites out of my own space and energy, I don't want to bring these suckers onto my readings. And I did a really good job at the Starseed and Lightworker readings because they were all about us. When I would do readings for the collective for the zodiacs, I was always getting in a lower vibration because these people were so stuck on these toxic relationships. And I would see that they were stuck on these toxic relationships and nobody did anything about it or wanted to fix it. They wanted them back. They thought they still loved them. No. They didn't. Nor did they care. Alright, I am getting off of here now. It's an hour and 43 minutes. Thank you so much, JW Divine, for the super chat. I love you. I shall see you all maybe a little later. I am going to put out the Virgo, I should say just started Libra season, Saturn direct. And then I'm going to do an Aries full moon Lightworker Starseed reading. I know. And that's where you have to maybe go to a different hospital. Alright, I'm off of here. I love you. Take it easy. Take care. If you need anything, email me. I'll soon have my member stuff up. And, like I said, when you join, I will get a thing that you joined. And, you can cancel it at any time then. But I will get a thing that you joined. And you will be listed in my description box as my faithful members. So, and my faithful, not mine, my faithful collective. Well, I would tell them I'm not taking no injection. But, Jen, you do what you have to do for you. They never force an injection on me. I don't know why they're doing that to you. By the way, I'm off of here. I gotta get driving. I got an hour drive. See you later. I love you guys. Thank you, YouTube. Mwah. See ya. Be looking out for my Lightworker Starseed reading. I think I'm going to premiere it. So I'm going to do it beforehand. So that I don't get distracted. I love you guys too. And, or I'm going to just record it and put it up. I don't know. Maybe I'll go live. It's easier going live, but we'll see. We'll see. Just it's coming. I love you. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.